So a lot of you guys in my comment section have been asking what is the best way to get into these higher tier Scrim discords. And overall, it's not really that difficult. You guys just need to put in the work and the effort in order to get there. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 4 steps that you guys should try to do in order to get into these Scrim discords where you can find better teammates and get better practice. These are arguably the best way to get to a professional level when playing Fortnite. And this is a really key step in the path to pro. Alright, once again, be sure to use code SonataYT in the Fortnite item shop if you guys do want to support me. But let's hop into this video. In all honesty, one of the best ways to get into these really good Scrim discords is to join all of the open discords and play a bunch of ladders. So if you guys want to join all of the open Scrim discords, be sure to check out my Scrim video in the top right corner right now. However, these open discords are some of the best places that you guys can get open practice and also play some ladders that can potentially get you into those higher Scrim discords. Now, before I get into exactly what these ladders are, I want to get into exactly what the tier of these Scrim discords are. So basically, the Scrim discords start off with a low open discord, which is the base discord that anyone can join for free. Now, all of these Scrim discords that are open are most of the time going to have private Scrim discords, such as East Open Private or Kungarna Private. Those are 2 of the best ones. The best way to get into those is to get either PR or to win ladders. After these private discords, there's going to be discords such as Booga Scrims or other closed discords that are ran by professional players. These aren't the highest level of practice, but they are getting up there. Most players in these discords are going to have at least $1,000 earned and a bunch of PR. So this is going to be the mediocre practice for opens and semis of most tournaments. And now the 2 highest levels in terms of Scrim practice is going to be Prac and Elite. Prac, which is short for practice, of course, is going to be the top 1,000 players in the region. Now obviously this can vary from region to region, but most of the time that's going to be the base benchmark. Elite is going to be the top 500 to 250 players in the region that get the best practice overall. If you guys have ever watched any of the Aussie Antics video breaking down exactly where trios are landing, that's where they're going to be finding them from. All of these pros organize their drop spots in these Elite and Prac discords. And if you guys ever find yourselves in any of these discords, this is the point where you know that you've made it into the professional scene. So obviously that's going to be the tier list of exactly how the Scrim discords work. Now getting into how exactly you guys can get into them, this is going to be the best way. Obviously, I said that you guys should get into the open discords and try and play ladders, but the thing that you need to try the most is try to win the ladders. Whether these are trio ladders, solo ladders, or duo ladders, these are going to be the best ways to get into those Scrim discords. If you can get these invites into the prac cords, into the private cords for various different places, a lot of people are going to start recognizing you a lot more. Not only will the people in your server acknowledge you as a player who is decent because you are in the server, they will also be able to see your gameplay because sometimes you are allowed to log into a War Legends client and graph exactly how you perform in your Scrim games. And once again, you guys might remember there used to be a Mayhem client, which is basically just a client that helped you track exactly where you were in the Scrim leaderboard. That is now completely out of business and they have shut down. So most of the time when Scrim games are going to be running, you're going to be graphing your progress on War Legends clients and other various clients across the internet. This is the best way to see how your performance stacks up against other players. And overall, this is the ideal best way to perform. Okay, now the 3rd tip to get into these Scrim discords is going to be play a bunch of tournaments in order to get PR and get recognition. This is going to be a huge factor. If you guys have above 5,000 PR, most of the time you're going to get invites into most of these private discords for all of these servers. Once again, some of the best are East Open Private and Kungarna Private. However, in actuality, most of these Scrim discords are going to go under different names. And to be honest with you, the best way to do this is you guys need to try to also play solos. Now, I know that a lot of people watching this video don't necessarily enjoy solos very much, but solos is going to be the best game mode for you guys to get recognition. Oftentimes, when you guys place in trios, a lot of the success from your trio is going to be associated with your teammates. If you guys are playing solos and you properly place in a solo Cash Cup or a solo Dream Hack, it's going to naturally help you guys get way higher in the solo ladder. Most of the time, solos is the game mode that draws the most respect out of the professional players. And if they recognize that you're placing in this game mode, naturally it's going to get you guys invites into the higher tier Scrim discords. What you guys can also do is potentially post content to also match your success in comp. What you can do is just record some of your Cash Cup games, record some of your endgame highlights, upload this content to YouTube, and have people recognize you and acknowledge your skill. This is the best way to get recognized by organizations, elite customs, and all of these various different Scrim discords and teams. Sometimes a certain org will have a contact within a Scrim server that can get you an invite there. All that really matters is that you have the code, because at the end of the day, you need to remember that if you have the code for the Scrim, you can still participate. It doesn't matter about the cord that you're in necessarily. A good example of this is me. I'm in a server called Booga Scrims. This is going to be one of the more private discords. It has about 4,000 to 6,000 members, and 3,000 of them are actively playing Scrims every day. Now, this is obviously run by professional players such as Booga, Acorn, Nyx. All of these players are going to be running them extremely well. And right now, I am in the player category because I have 0 to 2000 PR. But within these discords, they have their own hierarchies, and you guys need to try to climb through these hierarchies. Now obviously this isn't going to be very comparable to a normal social hierarchy. It's going to be very much like a ranking system, and the higher your rank is, the more you get invited to servers. So to recap, the tips that I gave you guys in this video is to join all of the open discords and play ladders, try to win those ladders and get invites into the higher tier scrim discords. Along with that, be sure to play tournaments to get PR, mainly solos if you can, and also post content to your YouTube channel if you guys want to try to get recognition from that as well. But overall, those are the best tips I can give you guys in order to try and get into the higher tier scrim discords. Anyways guys, that is the video on exactly how to get into the professional scrim discords. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. Be sure to check out all of my socials if you guys are interested in that in the description. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.